Yes, we've all heard how great Link is with his royal connections and his fancy magic swords and his fetching blue tunic. Oh, look at me, looking all heroic on a horse as I engage in an epic battle of good versus evil for the 50th time. Look, no offense to Link, but I think it's about time he shared the spotlight a little bit. There are plenty of everyday folk in Breath of the Wild doing important work for none of the exposure. Here are 7 of our favourite unsung heroes of Hyrule. Sure, the Muraki-wielding Hestu is super helpful in upgrading your inventory so you can carry more swords, shields and bows to break over enemy heads every 5 minutes. But the real reason we adore this all-singing, all-dancing hunk of broccoli is because he's just so darn lovely to be around. He's probably second only to Prince Sidon as one of the most positive people in all of Hyrule. Who cares that a big pig demon is going to take over the world and cover the land in darkness and despair? Not Hestu. He's got Korok seeds and a beat to shake it to. And if Link approaches him with no clothes on, he'll sing his Neki song, which contains possibly the best lyrics in all of existence. We are united in exposure, and in our love of Hestu. Another wonderful positive force in Hyrule is a returning fan favourite that you'll bump into many times on down the road. And no matter day or night, rain or shine, he's always ready to make a sale. And he'll always be as enthusiastic about it as he was the first time you sold him a small fortune in monster horns and teeth. Sure, Beetle doesn't usually have anything exotic or exciting or expensive on show, but he'll at least keep you well stocked in arrows. And what more do you need, really? He'll even have a customer appreciation day when he'll give you an ancient arrow, which can one-shot kill a guardian, by the way, completely free of charge. To show our appreciation for this unsung hero, give him a Beetle, should you happen to come across one on your travels. It'll make his day. And lest we forget, how about that subtle Mario impression? It's not bad, eh? Heroes come in all shapes and sizes, but none are more mighty or as adorable as Oaki. You'll meet this little guy as part of the Korok Trials, where he's undertaking the challenge to find the same shrine Link's after. You're asked to keep an eye on him at a distance so as not to hurt his pride, challenging Link's stealth skills in the process. Oaki is obviously a little bit nervous as he chatters away to himself the whole time. Everything is a-okay, but he makes it. He gets all the way to the shrine without anyone's help, and he leads us there too, into the bargain. And he's just so pleased with himself. We couldn't be prouder if we tried. Little Oaki is the one true champion of Hyrule as far as we're concerned. If you've made it to any of the stables scattered across Hyrule, chances are you'll have run into Pikango, an artist and a seasoned traveller who has a photographic memory of the entire landscape. Literally, show him one of the memory photographs on your Sheikah slate and he'll be able to point you in roughly the right direction. It feels like a lot of those spots would have been impossible to track down without his help, and for that, we're forever grateful. But we do have to wonder why this skill doesn't seem to help with his painting. We're not knocking him. It's certainly a unique style, but we do have to wonder at his interpretation. Maybe it's just way over our heads. But at any rate, this should be hanging in the Hyrule National Gallery. I assume that's a thing. This lady right here runs 2 classes, a love workshop for all the single ladies of Gerudo City, and a cookery class which she never really seems to get started with. One recipe does not a great chef make. But that's fine, it's her Vi and Vo class that you really want to experience. You'll have to wait for all the students to turn up, but you can sit and watch and receive lots of different little pearls of wisdom. This madam right here at the back, though, is our star pupil. She knows what she wants, and we respect that. The lessons won't work for everyone, of course, but this lady is giving others the tools to help themselves find their true love and fill their bellies. And if that doesn't make her a hero, we don't know what will. In the midst of all these fanciful tales of great calamities and 100-year wars and magical beings with the power to pilot gigantic stone animals, sometimes it's important to remember the smaller struggles, the epic battles taking place on a more personal scale. And no problems in Hyrule are quite as personal as the plight of Kakariko Village's Kukuman. He just loves his birds of burden so much, he was willing to give up his entire life for them. Though he was apparently once a great archer, his wife left him so she could hang around the general store and pair on young Link. To be fair, she does seem kind of sad at their separation, so maybe it won't be forever? As much as he loves his cuckoos, he doesn't seem very good at keeping them all in one place. And we do reserve the right to be a little bit suspicious of his sleeping quarters. All that being said though, Cuckoo Dude is living his truth and goes to sleep every night surrounded by hot chicks. So who's the real winner here? I remember being totally devastated the first time my horse Handsome fell in battle. He fought valiantly until his last breath like the noble steed he was, but his life was tragically cut short by a band of marauding bokoblins. Heartbroken, I had heard whispers of a way to bring horses back from the dead, and it just so happened that I was in an area where Horse God Lake was marked on the map relatively nearby. So, off I went to investigate, and I found what at first appeared to be a cheeky reskin of some great fairy assets, but which also turned out to be the god of all horses in Hyrule, who, for the low price of 1,000 rupees, would return Handsome to me. Doesn't matter that I have a whole stable full of stronger and faster horses. Handsome was back at my side, and I was pleased to hear the horse god tell me that Handsome didn't blame me for his earlier fate. Accidents do happen sometimes. You know, it's rare to find a god with such a good sense of humour, especially when it comes to accidental animal cruelty. So thanks, I guess, horse god? You're alright, but you're also a bit of a rip-off. How many carrots does 1,000 rupees get you? Too bloody many. And there you go, some of our favourite unsung heroes of Hyrule. We would have included Prince Sidon, but he's not exactly unsung. I mean, he literally has his own fan club. But are there any Breath of the Wild characters that you would have included? Let us know in the comments, and do like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. In celebration, may I present Hestu doing his happy dance, just for you. And feel free to check out our other Breath of the Wild videos, which should be on screen any second now. Bye!